Ask Scruff. Now this is for Dex. Salute to you, my kid. And again, it's one of those questions that there isn't a definitive answer to, but we'll have a look at it anyway. So we're going to Ask Scruff. Okay. Just a thought in mind. A follow score stop. Very good. Helps stop over trading. Exactly why it's there. But if one follow system's mechanical way and we're limiting our trades, then aren't we just extending that we will come eventually to a big stop loss? Well, you should never have a big stop loss. So that's one thing to bear in mind. If our win rate is anywhere high, that doesn't it make more sense to grab as much opportunity as we can? Not like scalps, but actual trades with decent TP, of course. Focusing on one pair per hour, keeping mental exhaustion aside. I'd love to know your view on this. Right, okay. Trading is a very personal thing because we're all different. Now, what I figured out with score stop is if I'm pushing the market hard, the chances are I'm going to get caught in the rotation. Certainly if you're day trading hour to hour. Because what'll happen is you will trade through the morning long, thinking you're doing really well. Market rotates into short and you're still going long. It wipes you out. So it's like best of three, if you like. So score stop came for that exact reason. You win twice, you quit. Now, if you've got enough money in the day to cover what you need on that day, that's it. Now, if you keep going at it, trying to be Billy Big Bollocks and take every trade opportunity going, one of those trades is going to wipe you out. Now, you mentioned there eventually you're going to hit a big stop loss. That's kind of a red flag as to gambling mentality as well, because you shouldn't have a big stop losses. There's nothing wrong with a wide stop, but it should be always in relation to the trade. So if you're looking to get 50 on one side, you want 50 on the other side. Now, how you do that is up to you. I do it through staging backwards, as you know. And that staging backwards reduces the exposure. So I can have a wide stop, but it doesn't cost that much. And I've shown you the maths behind that. So the next part of the puzzle for me is, how else do I avoid exposure? Well, it means I'm only in the market when I need to be. Now, if I'm trying to take every opportunity, I'm not trading anymore. I'm bordering on gambling. And there's no room in this industry for gambling because gamblers always fail. So it's one of those scenarios where you've got to be really mindful of what you're doing. You know, if you paid within 2 trades, why do you want to take the 3rd trade? Why do you want to take the 4th trade? And if you constantly do that day in, day out, and your win rate doesn't become winning trades, becomes winning days. Case in point today, what I showed you is in the group. I've had a 23-day winning streak where I haven't lost one trade in 23 days. Right the way through. But I got caught this morning. And I got caught, well, various different reasons. I read it wrong, but it caught me. But I killed it. And I killed it before it got out of hand, inside of my tolerances. So that 23 days, none of that was really affected. I only really lost a fraction of what I'd made. Walked away from the charts because as soon as I've lost, I quit for the day because it means I'm out of sync. And if I'm out of sync, I'm not going to try and fight it. I'll come back the next day or the next week with fresh eyes. So I'm not trying to take every opportunity. I'm trying to take the best day. And if the day isn't right, I walk. Hope that makes sense. That maybe came out a bit wrong. Every day is an opportunity, but when that opportunity pays me, I'll walk. But if the opportunity is wrong, I'll kill it early and I'll still walk. And that's one of my rules. Score, stop. I win twice. I've normally got enough money what I need. I stop. If I get hit with a bad trade, I stop as well. Or I'll certainly take a good few hours break before I go back to market. So trying to catch every move can be dangerous. But like I said at the start of this, all of our journeys are personal. We're all different. You want to trade, sort of chase every trade, knock yourself out. But always remember, you can't do it indefinitely. The least you're in the markets, the more you'll make. And that's where less is more comes from as well. So something for you to think about, but it's entirely up to you how you run your accounts. I just prefer my way. Hope that helps. Catch you soon.